Hey, how's it going? I am the Sanguiem, and welcome back to SCP Secret Files. So, last episode, we had our first actual, mission, I guess? It's, like, when we are organizing documents, we see, POV of a character who went through events that experiencing an SCP, and then we write down a documentation talking about that SCP and basically create the document for it. Now we have to go and do a second one. So let's see what is in line with us today. An earthen womb. Uh-oh. And there's actually two things to click here. So, appendix, April 21st, 2012. Object is an irregular clay pot with a height of 23 centimeters and a diameter of 28 centimeters. Do not be fooled by its appearance. It is an organism, a womb. So it is some kind of pot. And I could read this whole thing, I guess. But you know what? I kinda do like how last mission went, where I kinda jumped in blind. I didn't realize that I had a scroll bar here, and I could probably have read what exactly the SCP was about, but why don't we... Wait a minute. Oh. Oh. Interesting. Okay. I don't know what I was expecting. I guess I thought there was gonna be another big old sequence, but I guess not. So what do we have here? Some addendums to add here. What do we have? SCP-143 is a plantation of 300 specimens of a unique type of tree. Is to be watered twice every day. Okay, okay. Testing logs. What's their test? The hardness, its temperatures, weight to strength ratios surpasses that of titanium. Ooh, fancy. So what's this? 261. It may only be used 10 times in a 24-hour period, with no transaction exceeding the equivalent of 500 Japanese yen. So buying Cheetos, Black, a single pack of caffeinated chewing gum, Yan cone, Pepsi Dragon Twist flavored, side cola, wow. And some unknown stuff. Diet Ghost, lemon. Wait a minute. I've read this article before. The unknown stuff. Isn't this some kind of vending machine that gives you like both existing and non-existing things? Yeah, vending machine. Small keypad. A magic vending machine. When money is placed into SCP-261 and a 3-digit number is entered, it will vend a random item. It has not accepted any currency other than yen, with rejected currency being deposited in the coin return slot. If used several times in a short period, or large amounts of money are entered before an item is vended, SCP-261 will dispense bizarre items. While still food, their suitability for human consumption is often non-existent. Fancy. I guess I'm done. Zoe, it's 5 minutes to 4 now. Just about ready. Jens, you're not coming? Nah. What's happening? Doesn't suit me. What are you talking about? Hi, Carl. We're gonna attend the monthly lecture. Monthly lecture? I'm getting a lecture? Each month, the Foundation invites someone famous to hold a lecture to share new knowledge and insights pertaining to SCP. For this month's lecture, they invited Dr. Trevor. He holds a high reputation within the Foundation. Interesting. Count me in. I'll send you the link to the monthly lecture. Just a sec. There it is. Oh, is this it? Okay, we're alright. I guess that ends that. Training system. Whoa. Anti-memetics. Level 4. Goodness gracious. Alright, Daniel, Trevor, Daniel, and Dragon! Talk about SCP-1762 and I. That's a very familiar number. Is this what I think it is?
There are many stories in this world. Some are read widely all over the world. Some are hidden in dust and known only by a handful of people. Today I'm going to tell you a story no one else has heard before. A real story of mystery and wonder and adventure. And then you too will become the guardian of this story. The story takes place in a world of long ago. The hero of our story is a little boy. His name is Daniel.
Well, maybe it isn't what I thought it was.
One day, out of nowhere, Daniel got a serious case of chickenpox. It made him look like a strawberry. To make sure he didn't spread it to others, Mrs. Page, the principal, had him isolate in an attic.
Wow.
And so, in the attic he lived, all on his own.
Surely not for long.
Mr. Daniel, while up here in this attic, you'll have plenty of time to practice your penny whistle. I hope you'll practice well and prepare for next month's art festival.
But Mrs. Page, the melody is so difficult.
Don't give up, boy. You don't give up before you fight.
That's an odd saying to give a child. Oh!
Daniel was reluctant at first, but he trusted Mrs. Page, and he knew he should listen. And so he practiced the penny whistle.
Oh, what on earth? Rhythm game? Uh-oh. What? Am I not doing it right? Oh, F. Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna be good at this. I swear I'm hitting some of these notes. Is it just too early? That was not good.
Suddenly, he heard some strange noises in the corner of the attic.
Huh? Who's there?
Daniel decided to go over and take a look.
I think I'd be hitting A to go to the left. Wait. Oh my gosh! Whoa! The textures in this room are really cool. Okay. Look.
It was a mousetrap, and there was a red origami paper dragon inside of it.
A paper dragon.
Daniel carefully removed it. It was marvelous and beautiful.
How intricate.
The only problem was part of its wing was damaged.
Oh no.
But Daniel found a way to repair it.
Okay. Items to repair the dragon. Oh. Okay. I guess that
Daniel
works.
held the repaired paper dragon high up in the air, imagining that it soared over all the world below.
Oh, is it inanimate right now?
He played and
It's just a
played
paper
with
dragon.
the paper dragon.
Wee! Woo! Dragon! Soar!
warm afternoon sun, Daniel had to fight his eyelids just to keep them open.
Need one of them.
Could it be?
What?
Or is this all just a dream?
Odd
The
question.
next day, with boredom and loneliness weighing him down, he began to fiddle with the old radio.
Our town is located in the plains, where earthquakes are not particularly common. Although there are 17 fault zones around us, they are all inactive.
A scrunched up ball of paper rolled over to his feet.
Where did this paper ball come from?
Just as Daniel went to pick it up, the ball suddenly came to life, and it rolled away. Daniel chased after it.
Huh. Doesn't that mean it's... Oh! Oh! No, you... Oh my goodness. Don't you push me. I'm gonna... I swear. Alright, this isn't getting anywhere. Where's me mallet?
Just as he was about to seize the
I was
rolling paper
far away
ball,
from that paper.
Suddenly, terrible sparks erupted from it.
Sparks?
Before his very eyes, the paper ball began to grow
That escalated quickly.
and bigger. At that moment, a red figure suddenly appeared.
It's the I love the music.
The
It's
red
so
figure
dramatic.
quickly subdued the paper ball and threw it into a cardboard box.
I wonder.
Daniel studied the red figure carefully.
It's the dragon. Yeah.
It had a sticker on its fluttering wing. It was the paper dragon.
I wasn't dreaming. Thank you for saving me.
Daniel was grateful and very happy. He walked closer to the paper dragon, but the paper dragon seemed timid and afraid and backed away. Just then, Daniel had an idea.
Did I have to play it a tune?
He took out his penny whistle and slowly played a tune.
Alright, here we go with the tune. I will attempt to get better. Oh my god! Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm getting a little better. Alright, not bad, not bad. And then I messed up. Yay. Do that. A-S space. I think I did way better this time.
The paper dragon enjoyed the sound very much. It began to move along with the rhythm, flipping up
I wonder if
and
there's
down
any
in the
actual
air.
consequence
Soon the two were
to
playing
performing
and dancing,
badly.
just like old friends. The paper dragon traced out a beautiful arc in the air, communicating with Daniel in a unique way.
By unfolding. No, it made a message in itself, didn't it?
My cherished friend, after many long years, we finally meet again. Tell me, how has your family been? A great thank you for playing that music for me. You know how I love the beautiful rhythm of that instrument. But we ought to take precautions, as the room is not stable. Do you still remember how the room works? You're welcome to visit anytime.
Wow. What a voice.
The piece of paper then changed
Booming,
back into the
but
shape
friendly.
of a paper dragon and flew into the cardboard box. The box closed shut, and a calm silence was restored to the attic. Daniel rushed to find a watercolor pen and marked the box with excitement in his fingertips.
What am I gonna write? Here be dragons. I knew that's what this was.
Over the next few days, the paper dragon came out often to play with Daniel. During this time, Daniel introduced many of his friends to the paper dragon.
That cat's name is Mrs. Carter. Ever
Mrs.
since
Carter.
I secretly fed her some fish for dinner, we've been good friends.
Oh my goodness.
That's Duke, Mrs. Jessica's pet. He doesn't like Rainy Days or Mrs. Carter. Only smoked sausages for his taste. And now, we are friends too. My name is Daniel. What's your name?
The paper dragon flapped its wings, as if it didn't understand him.
Well then.
Well, since you like the sound of the penny whistle so much, why don't I just call you Penny? I'll keep practicing to make it sound better.
Does this child have no...
Daniel and Penny then played
Thoughts on that
baseball
first
together in
note,
the
huh?
attic.
Let's play cat.
I don't think that's a good idea. Oh, okay. Whoa! Whoa! Just don't fly in front of it. Oh, whoops. That was not nearly... Okay. Tell you what. I'll go a little further. How about... Hey, yo! Go over there. Yes. And, oh, well,
But
I guess I'm
just as
done.
they were in the middle of enjoying themselves, a violent shaking suddenly rose from the ground.
Hi!
The stubborn earthquake is back at it, folks, and it seems even stronger than last time.
Oh, it was an earthquake.
At this moment, the box suddenly shot open.
Uh-oh.
Thick clouds of smoke billowed out, followed by several paper balls. Penny attacked the paper balls without a moment's hesitation and promptly threw them back into the box. Penny then flew around in front of Daniel and rushed right back into the box. As the box closed, the earthquake stopped.
Gee.
Facing a friend's farewell without a formal goodbye, Daniel felt confused and lost.
I suppose that's
He
fair.
moved the box to the center of the attic. Facing it, he practiced his penny whistle day in and day out.
My.
As the days went by, Daniel's playing became smoother. One day, the box suddenly began to move.
The more balled up paper, huh?
Huh?
1, 2, 3, 4. This time there were 4 paper
4.
dragons. But they weren't alone. Enemies began to jump out of the box too.
Earthquake! Another earthquake!
5.8!
It's reached a magnitude of 5.8!
In that small attic, the 4 paper dragons fought fiercely against the paper balls. This time, the paper balls
Oh,
used
no.
new tactics. They clumped together into a single monstrous ball of paper. It began to shoot strong bursts of electric sparks at the paper dragons as they
no.
flew through the air. As they were hit, the paper dragons fell from the air, one after the other. Seeing the injured paper dragons, Daniel felt very distressed.
Oh, what's Daniel gonna do?
Just then, one of the paper dragons painfully started to fly and gathered the remainder of its power.
Its power?
The paper dragon transformed into a great beam of light.
Oh my
It dove
goodness.
straight down to pierce through the monstrous paper ball. And then came another paper dragon.
Dude, this battle is beyond Daniel's
The monstrous
comprehension.
paper ball was blasted to bits, exploding into smaller paper balls. Trembling, they struggled to escape back into the box.
Why did they leave?
The sacrificed paper dragons were reduced to swirling shreds of paper,
Oh my
and
goodness.
a silence pervaded. Peace and tranquility were restored once again to the attic. Daniel saw the remaining 2 paper dragons lying on the floor, badly wounded. He rushed to grab some stickers and treated them at once.
Oh goodness. Oh goodness. How do I treat them? Oh boy. I fixed you there. Be fixed.
Suddenly, countless paper dragons began to gush from the box. The 2 wounded paper dragons were repaired and began to fly. Like 2 colored threads, they merged with the other dragons, flying in unison. The dragons moved like a tide, flying freely through the attic. Daniel eagerly took out his penny whistle. He showed all his paper dragon friends the results of his hard work and practice.
Oh boy. Here we go. Make way for musical genius Daniel. No way, that's it. There it is, okay. Oh. Oh, dear Lord. 2 at once. All right. It's not too bad once you get used to it.
In the sweet melody of his playing, Daniel felt himself enter into the world
I
of
went in
dragons.
there? Oh no! Oh wow, that rabbit. That ain't no paper!
The paper dragons merged into a long letter and floated down towards Daniel to tell their story.
Oh.
After the last war, the fantasy world enjoyed a long spell of peace and stability. But now, the giants have returned. They have launched ferocious attacks, trying to invade your world through the room. We are prepared to launch the final defense. Then we will have to destroy your room, for it is the last remaining entryway into your world. Please believe this farewell will only be temporary. We will not be apart forever, and we will never forget our eternal mission of protecting you.
Aw.
At that moment, the paper dragons flew back into the box. Daniel still couldn't fully understand what the paper dragons had meant, but he had a vague feeling in his heart that he may never see his new friends again. A few days later, Daniel's chickenpox had fully recovered. He could now play the penny whistle very, very well. But the paper dragons never returned.
Guess I'm packing up.
Maybe it was time to leave and move on.
Earthquake warning! Magnitude 6.2! A massive earthquake is hitting our town! All townspeople, please leave your houses immediately and move to safe open spaces!
But nothing's happening. Oh,
Just
never
then,
mind.
Countless paper dragons shot from the cardboard box.
Climax.
It seemed like they were under attack, spinning and falling through the air. in
I thought they were going to
confusion.
destroy the room.
What's happening?
Daniel quickly grabbed the stickers out from his bag and did his best to heal the injured paper dragons.
Oh, goodness. There's so many. Oh, boy. There's too many. No, they're all disintegrating. All of them. Oh, boy. There's no saving them. Not all of them. The ones that are saved are likely just dying anyway. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, this one. Come on, get the hell out of here. Invasion!
But the paper balls swarmed together and pushed Daniel away, subduing him firmly in the corner.
Oh boy.
He couldn't move. Suddenly, ominous clouds rose from the box, and a violent lightning flashed
Oh,
through the
that's
room.
an interesting shape.
The figure of a giant slowly emerged from the thick clouds, and the entire attic became overwhelmed with its evil aura.
The earthquake is growing stronger, now with a magnitude of 7.1! Heaven almighty, are we doomed?
You're a terrible radio person.
The giant unleashed its power
Invoking
maniacally.
mass hysteria like
The
that.
dragon struggled against it, with no means of fighting back.
Oh no.
At this critical moment, two paper dragons shined brilliantly. Together, they heroically crashed their bodies into the giant.
Heroically.
Daniel thought the giant had been defeated by the paper dragons, but soon he found that things would probably not be so simple.
A perceptive little
Giant's figure
worm
could still be
is
seen
a
in the thick smoke, looking evil and terrible. The attacks of the paper dragons had had no effect, and the giant had only grown stronger.
How and why?
He fought back with a new ferocity. The paper dragons were simply no match for it.
The earthquake is growing stronger still! The greatest disaster this town has seen in over 100 years!
Again! Somebody fire this man! This man should be fired!
With the paper dragons now all but defeated, Daniel spotted a frail figure in the distance.
Is that Penny?
It was Penny.
It
It
was,
flew
yes.
gently in front of Daniel and affectionately rubbed its head against his fingers, as if this whole crisis had never happened. Daniel felt like Penny was trying to tell him something, but he didn't quite understand what. Penny then left Daniel and soared into the air with a determination in its wings. Suddenly, the other paper dragons seemed to be summoned.
What?
They flew through the air, all together in unison, responding to the call without an ounce of hesitation. At that moment, Penny turned into a great red beam.
And so did
rushed
everyone
fast
else.
towards the giant. The other dragons followed, shining together like a shooting star.
Oh, goodness.
At that moment, Daniel seemed to see a real dragon flying.
Wow.
No!
The huge explosion from the impact
Oh
drowned
my
out
gosh.
everything else in the attic.
A whole explosion.
The attic rained down with countless pieces of paper,
This is
the
tragic.
leftover scraps of the paper dragons. Daniel wanted to collect all of the pieces. He thought he could still fix them.
This attic looks pretty well for an explosion, I will say. But, here's the thing. Oh, wow. Yeah, the scraps are kind of just everywhere. Let's go ahead and kind of like, yeah, there we go.
My friend.
Oh dear. Achievement, a touching
The
story.
nightmare is over. The earthquake has stopped. With God's mercy, our town is safe. We thank you, Lord, for your protection.
Shut the hell up. Get bent. What a loser, causing mass hysteria like that. Instead of trying to assure the
A few
listeners
days later,
that the
the art
situation
festival
might
was
be able to
held as scheduled.
de-escalate. It's just
Daniel
like, we're
attended the show
doomed!
with his
Oh
penny
no! Everyone's gonna die! It's like, shut the hell up!
And now, Daniel Trevor will perform a penny whistle solo of a song titled Fly With Me.
Fly with me. Oh boy. Now I have an audience. Goodness gracious. I can't mess up now. You know, I've always wanted to learn how to play the piano. And in a weird way, this feels kind of right. Ah, well. Never mind. You guys perished. Oh goodness.
that's how the story ends. Now, you might be wondering, what happened next? Are there still paper dragons in the world? Well, that's a difficult question to answer.
Is it?
But I believe that they are still protecting us somewhere in this world, just like they promised they would, forever, into eternity.
I thought the phrase on the box, though, changed from "Here be dragons" to "Here," yeah, there it is in the achievement. "Here were dragons." I was just about to say. Alright, real quick, I want to say something. This was completely different from the last two, where you had to run around and do stuff. This was more of a interactive movie than a game in that aspect. I thought it was nice. The art style was pretty cool, I think. And the music mini game was a neat touch. I liked it. I liked the story. However, you can strike me emotionally with that tale only so many times. It's unfortunate that I happen to be very familiar with SCP-1762, the Here Be Dragons one. That's... yeah, you can only get me so many times with that. I've heard it many times. Dragons soar. What lovely paper dragons. I love them so much. Awesome, but where are they being contained now? Or, me too, but what happened to those cute little ones? I feel like I should ask where they're being contained. That might be a secret, so I'll ask it like this. SCP-1762 is now being contained at Reliquary Research Institute, where Dr. Daniel is supervising director. That cardboard box has remained silent. How do you know all this, Gent? I thought you didn't attend the monthly lecture. Under the direction of Dr. Trevor, Gent spent 2 years researching SCP-1762, so he knows far more than we do. Wow, Tilde. Hey, I told you all that particular SCP didn't suit me. Oh, come on, Get. But really, imagine you tidying up files and piles of cute little fairy books. It's kind of adorable. Enough already. I'm getting back to work. But I'm going to stress the point again. That particular SCP did not suit me. I have been here for a month now. I am now entirely adjusted to the job. Though the content of my work is to simply process archive files, it is work that will never bore me. A few absurd jokes aside, most of the archives are really rather fascinating. I've been having hallucinations lately. I feel like someone is calling me, a very low and uncertain voice. I'm learning that I have I must have some form of dyslexia or something, because geez. Sometimes when I read. Alright, they seem to be trying to communicate with me, but I cannot understand a single word they say. In fact, I had planned on seeing a doctor, but Zoe told me it was the typical rookie syndrome that would clear up in a few days. I certainly hope that is the case. Alright, I'm going to leave this episode here. So, that SCP was pretty interesting. I mean, like I said, I already knew about it, and I kind of already said most of what I wanted to say a moment ago. And this just goes to show you that not all SCPs are scary and horrific. Like, that's the beauty about SCP, is that the only real connection between all of them is the simple fact that they are anomalous. That they technically don't belong in reality, in normalcy. That's the whole point of SCP. To secure, contain, and protect the abnormal to keep normalcy. But, yeah. Not all of the anomalies have to be super crazy, hostile, dangerous, what have yous. There's actually another SCP that is kind of similar in a sense of fantasy, where I think it's some kind of book. I don't remember what the SCP number is, but it's a book that is completely blank, I believe, except for a few words, which I think translates to, a hero is born or something. And when you read that, you enter this fantasy world with this old man that kind of tells you, hey, this is a fantasy world, and you can do whatever you want, go on grand adventures, but you must remember to still want to live in your reality and stuff like that. Let's see, another SCP off the top of my head that was inherently friendly is, I think it's called the Everywhere Chair. It's supposed, like, if you have this urge to sit down, a chair that has like a head on the headboard, like a human head, made of wood. It's a completely wooden chair, but yeah, it's a wooden chair, and it will teleport behind you so you can sit down. And that's the whole SCP. It's a chair that teleports behind you. So there's tons of SCPs like that. Although, if I remember, I think it was it the GOC that took the Everywhere Chair and ground it up in a wood chipper because they are against anomalous things existing, and it didn't destroy the chair, it just made it mad. And now every time the chair sees a GOC person nearby, it will teleport inside of the GOC person and impale them using all of its shredded wood spikes that make up what it is now. So that's... Alright, so that's slightly more horrific, I guess. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, consider subscribing, and remember, the Wasteland is watching. See ya.